What's up, everybody? We are back again for episode 5 of the dopest new podcast out here. With all due respect. Period. It's your girl, Nikki Lou, aka Big Lou, the stylist. And I got the city boys themselves here with me today and every day. Trav, the vet, and Rob, the motherfucking boss.
Chillo. How's everybody doing today?
What's up? So today we're talking about cheating and getting your lick back. And do you get your lick back? Do you feel like you got to get your lick back? Is it okay to get your lick back?
It's never okay to get your lick back.
Why not?
I mean, mature adults, or we dealing with kids? And if we dealing with mature adults, okay, I think that you should either figure out a way to be okay or leave the situation. I mean, that's if you're dealing with mature adults. You know, like when I was young, is you get your lick back. And matter of fact, it's not even that you get your lick back. I probably got my lick first. And nobody just knew about my lick. You know, like, when I think about cheating and I think about people doing, you know, like in relationships and they're being unfaithful or whatever the case may be, you just never know who's being faithful and who's being unfaithful.
Yeah, so, a lot of people don't live in a truth for real.
Yeah, but...
And that's the thing with, you know, when you're in a relationship, it's like, are you really getting the person you signed up for?
Man, that's a whole nother topic. Because the thing is but that but you signed up and you have the ability to leave. You signed up.
The people ain't scared to leave.
Nah.
Sometimes, you know.
Listen, you have the ability to leave if you don't want to be there. Every situation.
Let me tell you.
You might not like the consequences at the end, but you have the ability to leave. Anybody chokeholding you there.
No, that's a fact. But sometimes, you know, people like, how ironic it may sound, people like hardship. People like bad stuff. People like, you know, like things that go wrong.
Toxic shit.
Toxic shit.
Yeah, it's praised now. Toxic love is praised now.
Toxic love is praised.
Yeah.
People only know how to operate in toxic situations.
Sierra and your man.
It's not common, though.
Russell.
That's not common.
What you mean?
Everybody wants a Russell, but don't know how to be a Sierra.
Shit.
Well, I mean, me.
And what's Sierra, trash?
Yeah, I was just about to say, me personally, but Sierra don't even have nothing to do with Russell being Russell.
But see, that's the thing.
Because if you look at Sierra's background, you don't choose Sierra.
That's only on the surface. You don't even know really what.
But that's what I'm saying.
But this is what it is, though. When you hear it, you hear, I only want a Russell. I only want a Michael B. Jordan. But you don't understand what it takes to get these people. You don't understand like what you got to go through and what you got to be involved in these situations.
You know who does understand?
You, Rob?
Lori
the
Harvey.
Boss. No, she don't. No, she don't.
She leaves those situations.
Because it be too deep.
No, but you.
And she young.
No, because she's flowing. That's what I'm saying.
She's just not mature enough to be ready.
But she's in control of the situation. See.
She is in control.
See, the misconception is that every woman wants a Russell or every woman wants a long-term relationship.
Probably not at 23, 25, 26. No.
27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34.
Bro, nobody wants to grow old by themselves.
No, some people don't want to grow old by themselves, but they don't want a marriage. And they don't want just one single person. Some people might want to live in a relationship.
It don't have to be a marriage in order for it to be a commitment. Eventually, you're going to have to commit to something.
Mm-hmm.
You think so?
Absolutely. To something. You're going to have to commit to something or you're going to be down alone in a hospice, nobody looking out for you.
Yeah,
Then you know what you
don't?
gonna say? I ain't got nobody. Everybody.
But that's where your kids come in.
Yeah, I was
That's
about to
where you gotta
say.
lean on your
I was about to say.
But now your kids starting the process over, so they figuring out their life.
Listen, the misconception with a lot of things in life is that everybody is searching or everybody wants the same thing. And they don't. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody don't want to drive a Benz. Some people dream car is a Honda Accord.
No.
You know, so when you have those levels and different people wanting to do different things, it's like we think that everybody wants that, but that ain't even what they want. They might be okay with Omarion. You know?
Boy, did you see that Versus? They not okay with no
We want
Mario.
Mario. We want Mario.
No.
Right, they on Mario right now.
Hey, listen, they might be all right with Raz B, man. You just never know, man.
Nah, but the thing is, man, I truly believe nobody don't want to be by themselves. Everybody want that rocking chair buddy. At the end of the day, like,
Very true.
You want a companion.
I mean,
It don't have to necessarily mean marriage, but you do want a companion.
So do you hold on to when y'all, okay, so when you go through this phase where we really ain't feeling each other, we kind of cheating, we stepping out, do you stay together to have that companion in the end? Or is it okay to move on and be like,
are you married or not married? I mean, I'm just talking about the situation, not yours. I'm talking about the situation.
I mean,
and because my thought process is different for each situation.
So is cheating different in a marriage than in a like a common law marriage? We just been together for this many years and
I don't
you
believe in
cheated,
that.
or
I don't believe in common law.
we've been shaking up for damn 8 years
I mean,
now. We about
I believe either you married or you not. You know what I'm saying?
So it's different when a husband and a wife and then a boyfriend and girlfriend.
Hell yeah.
But see, the thing is,
hell yeah.
if you want to really get technical, why do somebody else has to decide whether y'all solid or not, whether y'all in a marriage or not?
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Because you go down to the state building and they say you married, but
but you decided that you was committed before you went to the state building.
So why even have to go there?
Why even have to go there? That's what I'm saying.
I mean, that sounds good, but everything deserves the legality. Everything deserves it, in my opinion. I'm just talking about my opinion.
But if you don't have the just do and everything in between,
then take away all legal things that are bonded. Like, what's to say that house is yours? Because you legally they went down to the courthouse. They did, they did the paperwork.
That's not what a squatter say.
Yeah. But listen, and squatting is what?
Legal
against the law.
It's legal.
Yeah. No, they have to go through legal steps. but that you might as well just take out all legality then. If once you decide and you want to solidify that, then yeah. I'm talking about, because really you just solidifying it to the state or to the government, right? But if you decide not to, then live in the same house. And then when they die, let the government take your stuff, and then the person that been sitting there with you the whole time get nothing.
But it is really important to... Absolutely. I agree in a certain aspect. It's important to be bonded by the state because, as we all know, people infiltrate after death. It'd be a whole bunch of crazy... it'll be a whole bunch of crazy stuff going on. But
so do you feel like that it's different if you're married or not married?
I feel like it's the same. I feel like it's the same. Whether it's day 2 or day 102. 1,002. Like, it's the same. Like, I'm treating it as the same.
And so
before we even get into a day, I'm choosing.
The betrayal's the same.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's what my mindset is on. Whether you are somebody I want to be with based on, that's my thought process.
So can you accept the person after they cheated?
Now for me.
I'm talking about you.
For me.
Yeah.
I think at a certain level of a commitment, right? If I'm willing to ride and die with you, because before I even make this decision, I go through a whole process. Mm-hmm. So once I make this decision, I know that people make mistakes. Not saying that I would be happy with it and all of that.
So you're definitely double dribbling.
No, I'm not double dribbling.
You're definitely behind the back pass.
It's based on.
Could you accept?
It's based on circumstances.
Okay.
So it depends. What's the
It depends.
Yeah, what does it depend on in your mind?
If y'all 10 years in or 2 years in?
It depends. It depends on one.
Well, I mean, hold on. Let's not even go that deep.
No.
Can you accept a person? It doesn't matter.
Let me tell you.
You choose your circumstances when you're answering it. You know what I'm saying? Like because what's going on is you're going to set up a scenario, which I can respect, and then you're going to tell me about how this scenario lines up and what you would do in that scenario. But I'm not even asking that. I'm just asking, can you accept a person back that has cheated on you? And that's a yes or no. And then I'm coming to you.
I don't think you can, Trav.
Trav.
And I haven't known you that long.
You live in a lot of dead air on this podcast, bro.
I don't think I can, but I'm willing to try.
I
don't think I can, but I'm willing to try.
All right, so then what do you think?
I can.
You can?
Yeah.
Okay. So, in my opinion, after you accept, well, I'm asking y'all, sorry, not in my opinion.
Wait. I feel like, let me just rebuttal a little bit. When it comes to sex, if you just had some shit that somebody you was just fucking on, then okay. But if you got a real relationship with this person, y'all emotionally connected, that would bother me. Like, that would penetrate me.
That's the depends. Like, well, it's all what you're involved into. How deep are you?
Why is it different?
Because sex is, now with me, sex is sex, whether you're doing it, we get over that because it's for the enjoyment. But if you're emotionally bonded with someone else, then that's.
But how can you have sex with somebody that you're not emotionally?
It's the same way you meet somebody at the club and you got.
I don't.
I didn't say you did.
No.
Have you ever?
I have never.
So you ain't never had no one.
Anybody I smash is. See, y'all trying to get me to talk about all kind of stuff. But hold on.
Take the club out the way.
Let me tell both of you Negroes. Listen, I have never had a one night stand in my life.
Okay.
Right. So.
Okay,
right,
but have you really known?
If I was involved with a person, right, then I have multiple interactions with that person. It's never been one.
Have you really truly known them? Before you had sex with everybody you had sex with?
No, but I chose. But that's the same thing. No, but I chose to be involved with them, and I chose to continue to be involved.
So you're a little bit more familiar, but you really don't know them. It's the same thing, whether it's one night or 20 nights.
Nah. One night stand, bro. That's one night, bro. That's it. You only mess with the person one night.
All right, so let me ask.
And some people say that that's acceptable, right, over a person that you have 20 interactions with. Right, and then
is the interaction just y'all just sexing or y'all going to dates?
Because in order for me to get your drawers off, we had to talk about something.
It's basically about what you want to do. As a grown people, it's about what you want to do.
Yeah.
And you living in the moment, you being honest with yourself, and blah blah blah.
But I'm just not fucking on nobody who. That's it. You know what I'm saying? I can't trust you. I'm trusting you with my body, dog. I mean, I'm not you with my body, but
boy, stop.
But it has to be.
I get what you're saying. It has to be more.
I can't even get an erection if I don't like them.
No, that's fact. That's me too. I'm very choosy.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I understand what you're saying, but what my point I'm trying to make is that it depends. Like, so much on, okay, now whether or not did I cause her to cheat?
No.
No.
I don't believe in that. I do not believe that. No, if a person cheats, they cheated because they wanted to cheat.
You could push a person so far, and you could shun them out and box them out.
So then why the hell they ain't walk out? See, like, if a person cheats, they wanted to cheat.
But these are real life situations. Like,
yes, and they wanted to cheat too.
You gotta look at it from all different
angles. It may be easier to slide into the little Miss Ma'am.
Who cheats that don't want to cheat?
I mean,
but you gotta
make it make sense to me.
People stay in toxic relationships. Let's just say that.
I didn't. I'm not talking about the toxic relationship. I said who cheats that don't want to cheat.
Bam, boom. Okay, it's a woman. Go here with me.
All right.
Bring your minds with
me. Hey. I'll even close my eyes.
Close your eyes.
Go ahead.
So we have a woman. Mm-hmm. Her husband, he out doing his thing. He working, bam.
Right, he ain't
really giving her no attention. Okay. So she work at the call center.
I actually work at the call center.
Mr. Goddamn, we gonna name him
Gift the Gab Trav.
Gift the Gab motherfucking Trav coming in with that goddamn.
Trav. All right, I see the visual.
That Paco, that goddamn 1 million cologne on. He's smelling good. He be talking real nice.
But he's not smelling good with Paco. But go ahead, I understand. I'm following. I'm following. Go ahead.
He got that shit on. The man
got that
blowing her off. He ain't giving her nothing. He ain't giving her no time. So finally, she just like, fuck it. We on break. I'm about to pull these papers to the side and it's about to go down. But now I'm hurt because I've been feeling neglected. I love my husband, but he just been treating me bad. I don't got his attention. But this man here been giving me some attention. And I done done this. And now I'm just devastated.
Pause. She's an attention whore.
No.
Hey, listen. After all the visuals I just saw in my mind, that she's an attention whore. But anybody who was willing to pay her some attention, she was gonna slide them pennies to the side.
No, that's not true.
Then she needs to leave.
You gotta look at it from a different perspective.
All right. Hey,
look, hold on. Let me give you.
What's your perspective?
Hold on.
I close my eyes again.
No, because we're gonna leave it there because we know everybody that goes to work,
right?
Especially females, have somebody in their ear. That work husband.
Them work husbands.
And they constantly trying. And yes,
and
she might be like, wives. Boy, get out my face. But when you constantly messing up at home,
you make it easier.
You make it easier,
12 hours without the day.
All day, every day. To be like, I'm going to just go to lunch with you.
Everything
and then lunch turn into, hey.
One of the things that we talked about on the very first one, right?
You know what I'm saying?
One of the things that we talked about on the very first one is accountability, right? Hold on.
I'm not saying it's right or wrong.
Hey, follow me,
I'm saying what happens.
Follow me, bro. That's one of the things we talked about, right? Where is the accountability if they're saying that they're cheating because of somebody else? You your own man. You ain't robbing the bank because of somebody else.
That's a fact.
You're not speeding because of somebody else.
That's a fact.
But you're not becoming to just hop out for a minute and hop back in and just leave the whole situation.
It's easier for a person to blame it on somebody else than to take responsibility and say that they wanted to fuck on whoever it was.
That's true.
But what the question is, or the topic of the day is, can you get your lick back? Are you willing to get your lick back? And if your lick is back because of me, are you willing to accept it? Because you drove her to a point for her to get a lick back.
Come on now.
Where's the accountability in you?
Or even that you saw that you was like
to get a lick back. I don't.
Pause there, because it sounded like you choked up.
No.
Anyway.
We need to go to a break.
We need to go to a break. Anyway, it sounded like he fucked up.
Because all this is baffling to me. When people start talking about getting lick backs, Jesus.
I mean, just got to take a step back.
Yeah. Hey, I'm with it. I might close my eyes again. Go ahead.
While we closing our eyes, y'all sponsor this. With the looks, with the apparel, with the beverages, with the whatever.
Gift the Gab Trav. Follow me on IG.
Period.
Thank y'all for the check-in. Before we went to break, I was distraught. I was flabbergasted. I was definitely taken out of my zone by the comments of it's not the person's responsibility, right?
We never said it's not the person's responsibility.
But you want somebody else to take account for a woman opening their legs. And it can't happen.
But that's her husband. If you haven't been feeding into her, you can do that. A man would cheat if his woman ain't putting out.
No. A nigga cheats because he wants to cheat.
Let's not just put it on the women cheating.
His woman not putting out. He knew that the woman was slow motion when he decided to be with her.
Let's not just put it on the women cheating, because that's
no.
That's the narrative.
We can
so
back and forth.
In any situation, a real life scenario happens when a person is not getting what they need from their spouse and somebody else speaks up. That's always in their ear.
So then my conversation is, and I'm not trying to act like I'm holier than thou. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that if a person is willing to pretend as if it's somebody else's fault that they cheated, that's foul to me. That's
agree.
the part that's foul.
I agree.
And like cheating is foul.
Cheating is foul.
But it's more foul when you cheat and then you blame somebody else. That's narcissistic behavior, in my opinion.
I agree.
That's
Right?
true.
But so if I ever cheated in my life, it wasn't because nobody pushed me. It's because I was a horn dog. Like that's really where it's at. It's not. It's not. I cheated because I
don't think that's why.
I chose her.
It ain't that.
Why do you choose somebody else?
But what made your mind wander? You know what I'm saying? If one person had your attention and was feeding it to you like you wanted them to, you wouldn't have no time to even want to branch out or do nothing.
That's bullshit.
Not blaming it on them because you still should be like, hey, you ain't doing what I want to do. You can leave, but you didn't choose that. You chose to take another route.
I'm not even saying that. I'm putting myself in the shoes of the person that's being cheated on.
Hold on.
And then I'll put myself in the shoes of the person who's a cheater. I don't have no problem playing both positions. Right?
It is. Both people are held accountable.
Right.
Yeah.
But as the person that is being cheated on, I think that it is foul to blame the person being cheated on, which in this particular scenario is myself, right? I think it would be foul for a female or for a lady to blame me for your cheating, and niggas do it all the time.
Okay, so now let's get back to what we're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
So it's foul for her to blame you, right?
Right.
Now we go back into the subject, back into the topic, right?
Go ahead.
Do you hold yourself accountable at all?
What am I holding myself accountable for?
For the relationship status.
Not because you want to be a horn dog.
No. We're not even getting back there.
Okay, wait. Let's just break it down. Let's pause right there.
Yeah.
So, what you consider cheating? Because she may not even be fucking on somebody. She may just get the text and the communication. You ain't talking to her. Y'all like. So now she just want a good morning or your beautiful text. Is that cheating?
Now that you're potentially
that's all cheating.
Yeah. I mean, that's still
okay, so baby, if that's cheating, then she wouldn't need nobody to tell her good morning and she beautiful if you was doing it. So you gotta take accountability for that.
That's not necessarily true.
It is.
That is true.
It is.
So my thing is this: if sometimes in life a person believes in the back of their mind that they chose the wrong person, right? Hold on. And if that is the case, it ain't shit that person can do to make that playing field even. So now it don't matter what they do. They, like you said, they looking for a good morning text, right? I can tell you
good morning period.
Yeah. I can tell you good morning. It ain't the same coming from me. You want Ray Ray, and I'm not saying you. I'm just using it as an example. And I don't even know where the name Ray Ray comes from because I used it at the last podcast. But you want somebody from the club that is telling you good morning. When I'm sitting beside you and I already told you good morning, my good morning wasn't to your liking.
That's a whole nother level.
That's the problem with relationships in itself.
Yeah.
You have to love the person and they love language. So you think you doing the right thing, but she think you not doing the right thing. You don't have no grounds on that.
I can't dictate that.
You can't dictate that. You got to get on her level.
No, but if she asks for a good morning,
it can't be good morning. It can't be on the way you want to do it.
No, but
it has to be on the way she wants you to do it.
That is 100%.
And that's your job because that's your person.
That is 100% understood. But like I said, if it's a person who it doesn't matter what the person does, they're never going to be satisfied with it because that's not who they initially wanted in the first place.
No, you shouldn't be with them.
No, people are in relationships that they didn't want that person all the time.
That's not true.
Whoa.
That is kind of true.
I mean, in somewhat, people do it.
Some shit.
You do get stuck in it, but it don't start out
married because of a child.
It don't start out like that. You do have the ability to go from up to down.
Yeah.
And you do have the ability to stay or leave. That's the point that I'm making.
My point is that it don't start out like that. So if everybody's doing
the way to finish this.
If everybody's doing what they supposed to be doing from the start,
that's not true.
Then you don't meet some of these down.
No, what do you mean?
But sometimes you grow in different
I was just about to say that.
And that's true.
I didn't need in certain situations. Okay, I'm just gonna use myself as an example.
Don't use yourself.
No, I mean not nothing crazy, but it's like
It's about to be something crazy.
I met my person when I was 20, he was 30.
Right.
Now that I'm 30 and he's 40, I need something different than what 20-year-old Nikki needed. Now 30-year-old Nikki's a grown ass woman and I need this. Are you gonna be able to provide me with this now? Are you be able to grow me? Because now I want grown woman shit. When I was 20, all I just need was a good time, but now I need a little bit of this, a little bit of that. And what determines a relationship moving forward in the right direction is us growing together.
And that's a lot of conversations, and that's a lot of
communication
and coming together.
Overnight.
Ain't nothing overnight.
Listen. So all right. Let me use this as an example, right? Some people, you go into a marriage and the woman might be making more money than the guy initially, right? It's happened, right? How can they expect the guy to pay all the bills, right? Now, as this nigga's 10 years deep now, and he's established in his career, and he's making money, he has the ability to pay all the bills, and he does, right? That's because that relationship grew, right? But you just can't come in and say, hey man, I know you only make $500 a week, but I need you to pay all these bills, and you can't cover it, right? So now, because you can't cover it, I'm mad at you. Right? And now that I'm mad at you because I'm mad and you ain't doing what you need to do and speaking in my love language as these bills over here, I'm ready to open my legs to Jimmy Bob down here that can cover all my shit if he needs to. Right?
It's a whole lot of other things that go into that.
No, man, this is the shit that happens.
It's a whole lot of dynamics that goes into
Yes, but the bottom line is that if Jimmy Bob's able to slide in, then that woman is foul. If
at the end of the day, yes, I agree.
She's foul about the bag. Like, if you just sleep with him because he can't pay the bills, is he paying the bills?
But listen,
I agree on that. The dynamics
but any situation is going to be particular. You know what I'm saying? Like, any situation you're going to start being able to break down the particulars, right?
What I'm saying is, okay, we done had this conversation about, hey, I need you to do better or find another career progression. Stop rapping, because rapping ain't getting it. Rapping ain't
my nigga, don't put the nigga as a rapper just because.
I'm just saying, because I'm just stating a basic scenario to where
you took the worst scenario to get the women to co-sign. Hey, listen, man. Hey, take off those glasses. Hey, listen, I'm so
whatever career you trying to choose.
No, I'm talking about a nigga that's working, not a nigga that's rapping.
Everything.
A nigga that's working is not making enough money.
You work at Mountaineer.
Yeah.
Michelin. The plant.
You better make some money over
Hold
there.
on.
I heard Kelly Springfield bringing in them bucks. Shout out to all my guys.
But everybody that start off on the floor might not be making enough to pay these bills.
Hey, listen, but it goes back to the standard of living.
But this is my point. We all start somewhere. And where we start, you got to get to the next starting place.
Yeah, you got to get to the next level.
We all grow. We all grow.
But that
so it takes two people. So if we have these conversations from A to B, and one person make it to B and the second person don't make it to B, then that's where the conflict starts. But I'm still gonna stick by you, right? Because we in this, right? But once you're not progressing to C and D, and I'm still progressing to C and D, and you still on A, now buddy over here is in shorty air, and that's where all
that woman is still foul.
I'm not saying she not foul. I'm just saying how it happened.
Like everybody.
I'm just saying how it happened.
But that goes back to the beginning. I mean, come on, man. We all know how it happens, right? But
because so much gets at stake. Now you got kids together. Now y'all created this whole life. Y'all got so much things intertwined. It's not easily just to break up.
Listen,
that's true.
But you still want to be happy some days. And if you're not
happy, then why you there?
But I feel like you kind of one-sided right here when it comes to the men and the women, because you keep saying that woman is foul. What about the man that steps out?
The man that steps out is super foul too. Like, if I'm not even gonna put a different stipulation on it. The guy, if he decides to cheat, it's still on him. He's foul. Right? And nobody's not perfect, so I'm not even saying from the aspect of...
So is it okay for his woman to get her lick back?
If she get her lick back, then she might have to stay where she at.
You said something important. Everything does not happen overnight.
Yeah.
So with all this and all due respect...
Right.
With all due respect.
And we knowing real life situations and scenarios...
Right.
What are you willing to work through?
Me?
What are you willing to work through?
I'm working through it.
Anything.
It don't matter. I got too much invested.
But you don't want to get your lick back.
Do I want to get my lick back? And I probably got a million licks prior.
But that's not what I'm asking.
Realistic.
That's not what I'm asking.
No.
So why you mad?
You know me. I wouldn't be mad.
So why you mad?
This is the thing. This is the thing, right? And we're just, like, if we're gonna bring it to me, not my marriage right now, because I wouldn't even begin to talk about like cheating and
it's not based on any situation. It's not based
all
right involved with my marriage, right?
Right.
But I'm saying, just in my opinion, like, I probably had already got previous licks that nobody knew about.
We not.
So I don't need to. You. I don't need to. No,
we're just talking in general.
I'm saying in general. And I think that most guys in general, and I actually think that most girls in general. You know what I'm saying? Like, people be killing me, right? Let me tell you why. They find out that their significant other is cheating, right? They be heartbroken. They be distraught. They be tearing up, crying.
But they in that phone.
But they was cheating the whole time too.
True.
So now you just got this person over there crying. You got another person over here. They upset. They both been lying, because they both been cheating, and it don't even necessarily mean that their relationship was terrible. It just means that they wasn't honest with themselves.
Because at the end of the day, how dare you?
Yeah. But how dare you back? You know what I'm saying? See, the thing is like, when people not honest in who they are, right, man, I don't care what nobody say.
Man, but this is the thing.
Go ahead.
When you heavily invested, are you willing to get your lick back or move on from the situation, whether they cheated or not? Like, cheated or they cheated.
Why do you have to?
Are you willing to move on?
With the person.
With the person.
Yes.
When you heavily invest, and that's all we're getting at.
But let me. God,
because when we first started, it was, if we start now, But when you heavily invested, it's a different. It depends.
I told you that there's a difference in the Rob in high school. Or growing up, the younger version of me. There's two different answers.
We talking about
if I'm young, I'm not even I'm gonna get my lick back. I'm gonna get some new hoes. I'm gonna do this. Like, that's when I'm young. As a grown ass adult,
but you're really not invested with nobody. You're really not invested with nobody. We talking about when things are.
I had a child at 16, Trav. I was invested. If that's not an investment, I don't know what is.
Heavily invested. Let's go there. That shit happen all the time. Look.
Right. But I'm just saying, when it comes to people, right, and getting a lick back, right, it don't make nobody feel no better.
It doesn't.
You know what I'm saying? As a matter of fact, it make everything worse.
It does. But not only that, is people really not even looking at the outcome. They really like, man, I'm gonna do me. I'm gonna do me.
You know when people get real upset? Do you know when people get real upset when, like during cheating and stuff like that? They get real upset when other people found out. And when I say other people found out, so let's say that you was married, right? And you cheated on your wife could be getting over it, right? Until your wife's best friend finds out.
You got me out here looking stupid.
And now she pissed.
Yeah.
Right? She was okay before. But now she pissed.
She wasn't okay.
No, she was able to deal with it. But now her mama know.
Mm. Yeah, control your situation. Listen, don't bring it back to the house.
Listen, that ain't gonna stop the mama from knowing. All that sounds good. Shirley. All that sounds good, but I just see you at Ruby Tuesdays. You know what I'm saying? It's somebody that knew your mama.
20?
Somebody don't even know that they knew her mama. This is the type of stuff that happens, right? So when people start talking about getting a lick back,
it's foul. No, let's make this all clear.
Yes.
Getting a lick back is foul. Because when you at this age,
yeah.
And when you're trying to commit to something like,
but are you trying to commit?
I don't want to grow old by myself. My kids gonna be old and doing what they doing and in their process.
Yeah,
I need somebody to change my diaper.
But
I don't know whether the lights on. I mean, this motherfucker's sweating.
Going into
I don't
a
know whether
break,
somebody
though,
trying to get their lick back on me or what.
no one here at the With All Due Respect podcast cast believes in getting our lick back. We are faithful people.
That's a fact.
We love our spouses and our girlfriends and we ain't about that. This is just all hypothetical situations.
We just talking real world scenarios.
We just talking that shit.
That's a fact. That's a fact. And the thing is, you know, like, okay, like if I'm being 100% honest with myself, right? That I just couldn't.
You couldn't get your lick back?
I couldn't.
Or you couldn't get over it?
A little bit of both. You know, like,
and that's where I was at from the beginning.
Like, I said that I wasn't gonna say anything about my wife, so I'm just gonna let that pass.
Okay.
But
you just said something because you brought it up.
But my situation, I can't see just giving it away.
It's tough, man.
I cannot see just throwing everything away because I decided to mess with somebody or she decided to mess with somebody. I just can't see it. Now there's a little bit of particulars in there. You know what I'm saying?
And we're going to get to the particulars when we come back from break.
Wrap it up. We definitely got to break down what you can get over.
I
what
probably
is
won't
okay,
get
what's
into
not
the
okay.
particulars. I ain't even gonna lie. I ain't gonna get into the particulars.
We're going to talk about it, though.
I've probably said too much. You know, like, and I'm not going to speak about those particulars. You know, like, just the bottom line, man, is that for the people who are attempting to get a lick back, they just as foul as the person who got the first lick.
Amen. All right, let's go to break.
So look, bringing it back, right? Which gender, and if there is a gender that you guys believe is more apt to get their lick back and not say nothing?
Women
for sure.
Why do y'all say that?
Nah, women for sure.
Why do y'all say that?
Because I feel like I feel like a woman could know her husband cheating, we moving forward, but I feel like a woman could cheat and be so smooth about it because studies say. Okay, this not coming from Nikki. It's not coming from me, okay?
Oh,
the
man,
people say.
Apparently,
women have been around this shit. Einstein said that we do it better. And I feel like a woman could emotionally get her lick back and do it gracefully and be like, okay, yeah, that nigga was fucking with that goddamn secretary, the office bitch, okay, I better goddamn sit on this barber face. And now I know every time he go get his hair cut, I roll that nigga barber face.
Whoa.
And it makes
Jesus
me feel
Christ.
good.
Wow.
That's what we do.
Like, hey,
And that's getting your lick back.
So, all right.
And now I can cook for you. We can move forward. But I know every time you go get a haircut, that nigga ate my booty that's cutting your beard. And it made me feel a little bit better about that bitch you was fucking on that called my phone at 2:00 in the morning talking about your man over here. And it makes me feel okay and I sleep very good at night.
Hey, Vic, put the camera on me. Somebody got to die. Hey, listen. At that point, if you're so open about that, somebody got to die.
No, you're not open about it.
I don't know who it's gonna be.
In the barber nose.
Listen, no.
Her in the face she rolled nose.
Listen, man. One thing about a nigga in the barbershop is that they gonna talk.
Nah.
Yeah, listen. See, that's what ladies think. But it's just like women in the beauty salon. When all the chairs are lined up, they talk to more. See, now they kind of selective. They might like the girl that's doing their hair, but not enough to talk to them. But when you put all them ladies in a beauty salon and all the chairs was lined up, they talked about all type of stuff. They talked about all kind of guys. They talked about all kind of girls. They talked about what they heard in the hood and all kind of stuff.
But we discreet with our shit. We got a nickname for everybody.
Man, listen, man. Smart people figure it out.
So you think your barber would tell you if
he wouldn't tell me, he'll tell somebody else. Because people love to tell a secret and say, but don't say nothing though.
Soon as you tell it, it's gone. It ain't coming back. It's like the internet.
Listen,
as soon as you upload it, it's gone.
See, the wild thing about life is when dealing with certain people, right? Especially in like a city like we in, right? Cars, like I know cars. I know things when they out of place. You know, I know that it takes a certain amount of time from ride to here to ride to there. So when you start giving me cockamamie stories, I just know in my mind like that this shit ain't adding up. Now, regardless whether I said anything or not, you know, like just know in my mind this shit didn't add up today, right? And I log it right then. I log it, whether I write it in my phone to remember that this shit ain't add up today and what day it was, or whether I say something to somebody else. You know, like I might jokingly say something. When you come in the house, I might jokingly say something. Like, yo, where you was at? Don't make me fuck you up. Say it that smooth, just like that.
It was a regular All-American and had 2 lanes closed.
And I say, yeah. Hey, listen,
it's always let me tell you something. It's always traffic with women. And we were in traffic.
And I might agree.
We're gonna agree. We're gonna log it.
Yeah, I seen that. No, good and damn well. I just came from the mall.
Right.
You know, just fresh off of sliding down All-American. And no traffic. Right? So now you telling me about traffic. And matter of fact, if you go to traffic, I know you're lying. But I'm going to let you live.
But
just because we don't. Just because.
Okay, so now you living and I'm living and we going on. I got my lick back and you feel like you know something, but you ain't going to check me.
No. Your lick was first. Let's make this clear.
Yeah.
Let's make this clear.
No.
And just because we don't dive in to that traffic scenario, we know what's going on.
Okay, so y'all, with you two being the men that I know, you know, Trav, I'm just kind of meeting you, I'm kind of getting to know you. Rob, you know, I kind of know you a little bit.
I'm official.
So would you be able to know that your woman is lying or covering up some bullshit and be able to sit in and be like, oh,
yes,
okay.
Yes,
absolutely.
Do you think that women, all right, first of all, you know your significant other, right? So when they lied about other stuff, they think they got away with it. And it could be something simple. You just know. You just let it ride.
Oh, baby, you ain't get away with it.
Yeah.
I just ain't choose to deep dive.
Yeah. Why am I choosing to wreck my day? I'm already having a bad enough day. I done went to work. I done argue with employees. I didn't cuss Frank out. I didn't cuss Frank out.
We giving them too much game, Rob. We giving them too much game. Because they think we slow.
Yeah.
We ain't slow.
Listen, you gotta play it slow though.
We ain't slow.
What I'm saying? Like, man,
we
understand.
We
understand. You know, like I think about like older ladies and stuff like that. You know, people be like, yeah, you know, like I wish that the guys these days would be like my granddad or whatever. But you got your parents have multiple brothers and sisters that did not grow up in the same house. But your mom, they parents been married for 50 years. How does that work?
Somebody took the L and was all right.
Somebody took an L.
Somebody was all right with taking the L.
They might have took an L.
That's what I'm saying. So when people are asking for things to go back to the way they used to be, they just don't know how it was because there was no social media then. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I personally don't think things go back. I feel like men, after a woman cheats, I feel like a man is only going to be but so much emotionally available for her. I feel like a man holds it over a woman's head more so than a woman would. Because their pride
it's a little bit easier.
You don't even know.
It's a little bit easier for a woman to get or stay in a relationship than a man.
Than a man would. Absolutely.
If your woman cooks your food, you don't even know whether she's poisoning you after you cheated.
That's why I cook. I cook in my house.
That's why you cook?
Because you trying to feed me.
So you cook because you cheat?
No.
Trav don't cheat. Okay, no, nobody at this table cheat right here. Let's just put that out.
Thank you.
We don't cheat. And with all due respect.
The man's supposed to control every aspect of the house.
Well, nah.
I'm just not in the house. I'm of the house.
Yeah, come on now. I mean, but I'm not controlling nothing.
You're right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm
that's just me.
I'm setting the standard.
But you might put a boogie in your spaghetti.
No, that's not that red sauce. I'm not eating the red sauce.
We're not even going to get into the red sauce. Like, now shit.
I mean, but you know, like when it comes to like people getting their lick back, right? Granted that nobody ever discusses it, you know, like but nobody discusses. So the real aspect would be fully discussing the first lick.
Man, we're about 30 licks in, and now we're talking about get back to route one.
In order to get past the first lick, you have to fully discuss it. You can't just let it fall by the wayside and say that time will resolve it.
No, I agree.
You know, so you have to discuss why was that lick there in the first place.
Okay, so boom, let me set up a scenario for y'all, something that we really ain't tapped in on.
All right,
Let's say, boom, you or a lady decide to bring in another lady, and you decide you want to spin the block back with this lady. Mm-hmm. Is that wrong? And then if your lady find out about you spinning the block and her going to spin the block somewhere else, is that wrong? Is that her getting the lady back? Come on, now, y'all want to talk about some stuff? Now we gonna talk about stuff.
So listen. First of all,
let's get into particulars. Who idea was it to bring in somebody else?
If your woman said, I'm about to bring this girl home with us, she going out with us tonight,
but
we about to do this.
So it was your woman's idea.
Once you introduce,
right? You are deserving of everything that's coming along with that.
So it's okay. So the woman is supposed to be okay if this man decide like, oh, she thought they make
because that's what comes
you brought it there.
Those are the possibilities that come with the scenario.
Listen, for the people.
No, fuck that. I brought her for a good time with us.
But it was selfishly thinking, though. It was selfishly thinking.
Listen. This is what people need to understand. When you're dealing in a relationship, whoever you add, you have to be responsible for the problem that occurs after
Absolutely.
that. Right? So if you are adding a young lady, just be prepared for that lady to fuck on your nigga.
Whether it's together or separate.
You brought her.
Whether
How
it's
many niggas
together
you know
or
passing
separate.
no pussy?
So I'm saying though, not if the lady try to address your, because some females do come in those type of situations, try to infiltrate the system.
I don't know, but I would like to hear about them.
You
I don't know what goes on in these situations, but I would like to hear about it. This is like light.
That's a whole nother episode.
Yeah.
Okay?
Hey, listen. Let me tell you this. I don't know.
I need a chalkboard in here to lead that episode.
I don't know anything about those type of activities, but they sound freaking fun.
But the whole thing is. How do we move forward from knowing that? How do we move forward from knowing that your significant other cheated?
I feel like you gotta really take. I feel like if you know deep down inside that, okay, I'm just fucked up, I ain't gonna never get over this. Like I'm gonna always hold it over their head. Whatever they say to me, I ain't gonna believe it. At some point, you just gotta let that person go, because then you're not happy. You can't trust. You can't truly love somebody if you gotta question everything they say.
Well, the cheater first has to humble themselves.
I mean, the cheater has to humble themselves and completely accept everything that comes with them. But then at the same time, we not finna be damn 5 years down the road and you still triggered by some bullshit now, because I ain't gonna keep apologizing about the same shit.
Hey Nick, but you sounding triggered right now.
I'm a little triggered now. Because I'm not gonna keep on saying sorry about this same.
Hey, listen, this is making me uncomfortable, man.
But I do feel like when the next person cheats, then it's like, okay, now you done cheated. Now my wrongs is wrong. It's just done disappeared because you done did this. But
Two wrongs don't make it right. Two wrongs don't make it right. But let's go to okay.
2 rights make a left.
2 rights make a right. Let's make that clear, family. With all due respect, 2 rights make a right,
and 4 make a square. But
and now we stuck.
Listen, so for me, in my eyes, right? You know, like in order to be able to get over it, I have to know the substance of my significant other. Whether, you know, like I have to know the why, right? And if I can't get over the why, I probably couldn't stay.
So it does take some accountability to look into why.
Yeah.
Okay, so if they tell you the why and the why is you, are you able to accept that?
But listen, hold on. But I don't believe that the why can be the person.
See, that's that shit right there.
No, hold on. Let me fully explain. The why can't be your default.
I mean, not solely that person. It can't be a percentage of it.
Nah, but listen.
You can't look at it as you. It's the things you giving her. That's the intangibles. It's the intangibles.
Man, that sound crazy.
So you could be no part. No, if your woman decides to you,
let me tell y'all why I believe that sounds crazy. No. Let me tell you why I believe that sounds crazy. How? Because that means that anything can be your reason to cheat.
Nah.
I mean,
Yes, if based upon what y'all saying,
I ain't gonna say
anything could be your reason to cheat.
I ain't gonna say anything, but it's definitely
It
levels.
could be.
It's definitely
You don't want
levels.
to take a shower at night. You want to take one in the morning.
It's definitely levels.
Oh, nigga, I'm cheating on you, nigga. You in the
Oh no, people ain't cheating
It's
because of that.
definitely levels to self-discipline.
That's where I'm saying.
It's definitely levels to self-discipline. But let's not misconstrue the accountability piece.
But the accountability cannot lie on the person who's being cheated on.
It's not solely lied on them, but they do play a part in
Because
it.
the person who is cheating has the ability to say, I don't want to be here anymore.
That's very much true, but it's
you making it
sometimes
easier
easier
said than
to
done.
goddamn text and kiss on your.
we didn't say whether
so
it
that's
was
so much easier.
We did not say that it's easy. Ain't shit in this life easy, right? But blaming somebody is.
Blaming has become easy.
Right. So what I'm saying is that when you know that you have a feeling that you may cheat on your significant other, why not discuss it then? All right, when you was younger, because this is where cheating really comes from for me, right? When you was younger and you liked a girl, right? And that girl said she liked you back. And you know, like it's young puppy love, right? And then you see the girl talking to the dude over here, and now the girl don't like you no more. I feel like you played with me. I feel like you genuinely played with me, right? You play with my heart, you play with my emotions, right? Mm-hmm. So, do you know that fellas never really get over their first initial heartbreak? You never got over.
I'm over that shit.
Nah, I mean, it sounds good. But
I feel like fellas don't get over shit for real. If
man,
don't be honest.
Man, it sounds good, right?
When you make them, when you rattle this shit right here,
Yeah,
y'all
man,
don't let it go.
Let me tell you why I'm different. Because all of that has a lesson involved, right?
I can respect that.
And it taught me to be better. If I took the lesson out of any failure or mistake, then I hold myself accountable to grow in that situation. So I'm not holding or looking back at years past in order to look forward. All right, this is what made me.
Good.
This is what I do.
I mean, you might actually do that.
Actually,
but the majority of people don't, though.
It's a science and it's an art. You have to work at these things because if you always holding on to the past, it's going to be hard to move forward.
You stuck.
It's going to be hard to move forward.
So what we doing at this point?
without,
You not happy, I'm not happy.
That's a fact.
And now what Robbie said, you can leave the situation.
Yes.
Leave the situation.
But it's so much harder. I feel like
it is gonna be harder.
That's a whole nother episode. Leaving the relationship because now you got to deal with your family. With everybody gonna say, "Well, you got these kids, or you got these da da da." But what the kids going? They seeing mom and daddy hating each other. We get on each other fucking nerves. Right? That's not nothing healthy.
But it was easy to cheat. So what you want to do?
Get the fuck on, goddamn.
No, but you really don't want to get the fuck. You know what I mean? Like if a person would. See, this is what I be telling people in relationships, right? They really want to correct their issue. You know, and I'm not even speaking on anybody else. I'm speaking on just life in general. The majority of people really want to correct the issue.
But once
because
you correct
they chose
the issue,
person that they loved from the beginning.
But if that pride and shit gets in the way, and if you're only going to be but this much emotionally available for me, and I can't get past there, or you're always going to have that second guessing on when I'm telling you we can't go nowhere.
How much?
We can't get nowhere.
How much pride did you have when you got the first lick?
But who says it's the person getting the first lick? I feel like the person who get the lick back, who get the second lick, holds the most weight. Because the first person, like, if you get your lick back, you're going to come a little bit harder. You're going to put a little extra steak on it. And that first person can't handle that shit.
No, that's women. You said exactly what women do.
That is
right. You know, like if they're getting the second lick, they're going to tear your ass up. But if they got the first lick, as a dude, what are you going to pay for your lick?
This is why men don't cheat. Because we can't handle the second lick back. We can't handle that.
That's a good way to end the show. What the men don't cheat. And
Men don't
I always
cheat.
go by the bro code. I ain't gonna sit here and I stand up for the ladies, but I ride on that bro code because the ladies be tripping on that bullshit sometimes. So I stand by the bro
They do,
code.
but you like a nigga. That's why I rock with you.
I know this is crazy.
You know what I'm saying?
But the
Like-
Lord knew I couldn't be a nigga because I'd be a city boy for real.
Yeah. Hey, listen. I'm not really a city boy. I'm just an old man that just be outside from time to time.
We just gonna drop an album still. We gonna put
Yeah.
Rob in some Hoochie Daddy shorts.
You
Just stay
gotta get
tuned.
Rob in the Hoochie Daddy shorts. Gotta
stay
get your
tuned.
Hoochie Daddy shorts.
But look, so in all in all, let me say the first thing is let me shout out my jeweler right quick. Sean the jeweler, catch him at Cross Creek Mall. You know, like that's the one who does all my jewelry. I don't even have it all on today, but you know, I got a few pieces on that he, you know, keeps me looking nice and crispy. You know, like let me shout out Ty Nitty, Ty Busky, you know what I'm saying? Because this episode is actually brought to you by Ty Busky.
Shout out to Ty.
Because Ty was the one that came up with this topic the other
Definitely.
day. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Ty, you know, Risk Takers, you know, Money Gang, you know, shout out to everybody that's always involved with shout out to Trinice for giving me little tips and stuff like that on the message. You know, like if y'all see anything that y'all like, or if y'all can come up with any ways that we can do this better, I appreciate all the inboxes and everything like that. And I really had to shout out my jeweler just simply because I was getting inboxes like, yo, son, your jewelry's crazy. But Trav got some crazy jewelry too. Vic, hit Trav right quick because he got a dope ass chain too.
Nah, don't hit me, Vic.
I mean, can I get a money down chain? I need to get a chain like when Jay-Z gave Kanye his
West?
Rockaway.
Yeah.
Like I feel like I need one.
Oh, you need that?
We're gonna get all
Can I be
with
the
all
money
due
gang?
respect.
Yeah, we're gonna get with all due respect chains. She wanna be in the gang. Look, she wanna be able to say gang at it.
Even though I rep Fonam now, don't forget Fonam.
Hey, the princess is the queen. The queen is in the building.
Man, this is a very touchy subject for anybody that's involved in a relationship.
True.
And a lot of times, man, people don't want to be honest about cheating. They don't want to be honest about whether they have cheated or whatever. Sometimes people want to be honest and they feel like that their significant other might not be able to take the honesty that they have to give.
Or they just want their cake and eat it too,
Yeah.
and they all right with the consequences.
Yeah. I mean, but I will say this: if you do cheat, you gotta be. You talking about do it respectfully?
With
There's
all
no
due
respectful way,
respect.
right? But if you do cheat, that means that you are opening yourself up to be cheated on, and you're opening yourself up for whatever consequences. Excuse me. That comes along with that cheat. And when you start dealing in getting your lick back, and can you take getting your lick back? See, the thing is being able to take the same thing that you dishing out in life. You know what I'm saying? In life, being able to take what you dish out.
And not only that, when you have other people involved, especially kids are gonna take the most from that situation.
Yeah.
Parents gonna be able to move on. The kids are gonna be the ones that are gonna reap everything, the remnants.
Yeah.
You're gonna leave everything on to the kids, and you gotta remember that you still gotta grow, and they still gotta live, and it's gonna be tough for them more so than you.
Yeah,
Don't cheat if you can't handle being cheated on.
Yeah, I mean, I can definitely agree with that. You know, and for all those that have cheated, I'm sorry for you, bro. I mean, shit could go real bad for you in life. You know what I'm saying? But what I will also say is that this life that we in, sometimes people take it too seriously. You know, and you can't control any actions of a male nor a female. So with people out here that's ready to fight and kill behind women, or fight and kill behind dudes, you know, to me, that's absolutely absurd. You know, like, because you have the ability to just not involve yourself. Don't let yourself be so emotionally involved that you feel like you can't live without the person. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
Because that's when people start taking their own life, taking other people's lives, taking children's lives, all over some pussy, or all over, you know, a dick. It makes me uncomfortable to say dick.
Say eggplant and yams, or say eggplant and do emojis, bro.
Yeah. I can't draw no emoji on.
But with that though, for the city, rest in peace, Doug.
Okay.
Everybody knows what. Rest in peace, Doug. Rest in peace, Doug. Rest in peace, Doug.
Yeah, definitely. Rest in peace, Cat too. You know what I'm saying?
Rest in peace, Cat. That's my Facebook cousin.
Rest in peace, Crystal. We had Crystal.
Yeah. Rest in peace, Crystal. You know, but I really appreciate everybody tapping in. The next episode will be
live.
Yeah. Well, not the next episode. It comes kind of funny. Just make sure you tap in. With all due respect, I'm the big homie Rob. That's my man Trav. That's Nick. And we appreciate you guys viewing us. Make sure you follow us on IG and all social media platforms, man. Thank y'all.